Hi, I'm Toby, and although the rest of my team couldn't be here to film this video, we are a team of EMTs, and for HooHacks, today we have developed TelleHealth. Hopefully that name will change, but what it is it's a smart home device based on a Raspberry Pi that allows you to track and share health data with your physician. And what you see here on the screen is just a screen recording from the Raspberry Pi. The actual unit has a screen built in, and to see that and all the other features that are built in, you can look at the pictures on our dev post page. But we're going to focus on the software here. So, looking at this, we have a couple of things in this black box here. You have the notifications, and that's where you'll see stuff like medication reminders, doctors requesting to check your vitals if they need to monitor them every day, or maybe a question like you might be asked to fill out a mental health assessment. And those will pop up here, and if you click on them, they'll have actions. I'll show you that in just a second. We also have calming, peaceful backgrounds. We want this to be something that would be nice to put in the background of your house. So, it rotates through a couple of nice nature pictures every couple of minutes. We also have a clock and the date, give it some nice use. And if we click here on a medication reminder or tap on it, it'll pop up with your information about your reminder. If you hit close, it'll just close. If you hit done, it'll actually make the reminder go away, and it'll pop up again the next day. For daily things, or you could set it to pop up on a different time frame. If you click on this one here about the vitals, it'll take us through a couple of steps. And this is a really cool feature. In fact, this is actually the feature that made us come up with the idea for this project. Following the directions here, I'm going to go ahead and put on the blood pressure cuff. Now, of course, if any of us were doing this normally, we would just take manual blood pressure. But when you're sharing it with your doctor, there's a good chance you probably don't know how to take one. So, we're using an automatic one here. And I'm going to place this little device on my finger called a pulse ox, and I'm going to go over and hit begin right here. It'll just take a few seconds. You hear the blood pressure cuff humming there as it inflates, and in a couple of seconds we're going to start seeing data coming in here. It just takes a couple of seconds for the Bluetooth and the USB for the blood pressure to be calculated, and the SpO2 is over Bluetooth, so it takes a few seconds to share. So our blood pressure's there, or part of it is. It's now deflating the cuff to get the diastolic, and there we have it. We have all of our vitals that we could collect with these two instruments. We did consider, some EKG or temperature, stuff like that. The hardware to do that just isn't practical for a typical end user. And this is really most of the vitals that you're going to need for tracking daily, so this is what we've included. And then there's one option here, close and send, and this would send it off to the physician, who is the person who would have been prescribing the device, so it's already programmed in with their email address to send it to. So we can just hit that, and we're back here. Now in this case, how I have put in this doctor's request thing, it doesn't disappear after you send it, but it could be, there's options in there where it can be set up the same way as the medication reminders, where once you hit the done button, it'll go away and it'll come back the next day or a different time frame. But in this case, for the sake of the demo and potentially in the real world, if it was just the doctor doesn't need it on a specific once a day, but instead it's just whenever you don't feel well, send me your vitals, they could leave it like this. So that's kind of the software side of this, and then of course there's the pictures of our hardware that you can take a look at on DevPost, and there should be some other good information. If you have any questions, you can ask them on our GitHub page. GitHub will also have a good bit of information in the README, hopefully. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this project.